off we go.
That morning, we woke up and caught a bus to go into Rome. It was slightly crowded, and Mom was really worried that we'd get off at the wrong stop. We eventually got there, and then we had to take a metro to get actually into the main part of the city. The first thing we saw when we stepped out of the station was the Colosseum. It was honestly so amazing. We had a pretty long trek to get to our hotel, but along the way we saw a lot of landmarks and really beautiful sights. It seems like every corner you turn in Rome, there's just another statue or ancient building, and it's honestly so cool. We eventually got to our hotel, and after dropping off our stuff, we headed straight to lunch. We were starving. This was my first time having Italian pizza right in Rome, and it was so good. After lunch, we walked around and saw a lot of interesting things, like the Pantheon and some of the ancient Egyptian obelisks. It was really cool to see things like that you hear about everywhere and that you see pictures of all your life. After walking around and seeing a lot of the main tourist attractions, we had to just go and get Italian gelato. We also got to see the Trevi Fountain, and it's really cool because you just turn a corner and there it is. We spent a big majority of our day just walking around and soaking in the city, seeing everything that there was to see. After enough walking around, we decided to go to dinner and get pasta. We researched a place that was very well known for its pasta dishes, and we were really excited to eat there. There's Will leading the way. Good job, Will. We are walking to dinner right now. We're going to have a ton of pasta. Right, Mom?
Right on, baby.
Yes.
4 kinds. Roman specialties.
Alright, we're approaching the river. We crossed the river to find the restaurant on the map, but when we got there, they were full and they didn't have any room for us to eat there. We ended up finding another restaurant that was just as tasty, and we had an amazing meal. We walked up a big hill so we can look through a keyhole to see the whole city, but we don't really know where it is. Looking through the keyhole was actually really cool, and it was amazing to see that it was perfectly aligned with what you saw through on the other side. After we did that, we ended up going back to the hotel and going to bed. Day 2 in Rome, we spent the morning walking around the city again, and we wanted to get a closer look at the Arc and the Colosseum. Okay, so we're in Rome, as you can see. Okay, we just made our reservations, so we're ready to go. Right, Will? Right? Will? Will, come back. After seeing the crazy selfie stick lady, we got ready for dinner. Alright, so we're getting ready to go out to dinner, but we already ate lunch pretty late today, so we're probably going to get something pretty small. But after that, we're going to this light show thing. Oh, I forgot to say, this is also our very last day in Rome, so we're going to be trying to fit in all of our tourist stuff in the last night. And then tomorrow morning we have breakfast, and then we head off to get on our train and go to Venice. We had a very good dinner, and then we went to the show that we made reservations for earlier. Alright, so we just finished the first half of our video tour thing, and the next one that we have is a walking tour, and we're meeting over at that big pillar over there when we're ready. The 2 tours that we went on that evening were actually very informational and interesting. The first one we saw was on Augustus, and the second one we saw was on Julius Caesar, and we got really nice insight on the history of Rome and what all of the buildings and architecture that we were looking at actually meant.
The young life and sound. Movie? I don't think it's a movie. Yo creía que era un movie.
Alright, so we finished our little light tour at night. What the heck? Why are you running?
Because I don't want to be on your thing. I'm trying to get ahead of your stream.
Why are you just sprinting away? Okay, that was weird. Okay, we just finished our light tour thing, and it's already 11:45. So we're probably gonna get back to our hotel a little bit after midnight. And it was pretty cool. We learned a lot about Julius Caesar and stuff like that.
Fake birds.
Those birds are freaking real.
Fake birds.
She keeps saying those birds are fake. They're so real.